What's up, everybody? I just wanted to come in here on a more serious note and talk about a conversation I've had recently. My mom called, and she hates our videos. It's no shock to me. In fact, I kind of saw it coming a mile away. I had a really conservative and religious upbringing. My mother is one of Jehovah's Witnesses, so if you know anything about that religious organization, you know exactly where I'm coming from. But that is a whole other video by itself, and believe me, I can do an entire series on that alone, but I don't want to get off topic here. So the phone rings, I answer, and it starts out as any conversation would with family. You know, how's it going, how's Tia and the kids, and I tell her that we're fine and the kids are doing well. Then she goes right in.
You know, I tried to watch your videos, but it's just too much. Do you have to curse so much? It's like every other word.
She then continues by saying she looks at me as a very intelligent, wise, and upstanding young man, and I shouldn't carry myself in such a way. She says that I'm a role model, and I should want to set a better example for my kids. For her to tell me that indicates to me that my mother doesn't really understand what's going on here in these videos. I will say that my personality here on YouTube is a bit exaggerated, and that's for entertainment purposes. But it is me. Look, I'm gonna keep it 100% with y'all. I grew up in Los Angeles, California. I went to school in Compton and Long Beach. My grandmother lived in Watts. I had friends in the Jordan Downs and in the Nickerson Gardens. My auntie and uncle lived off Hoover and Manchester, and just about every girl I dated lived in a neighborhood that I wasn't supposed to be in. Let's just say I had some rather interesting friends growing up. A lot of them were hustlers, thugs, and gangsters, but of course not all of them were about that life. My main crew were just regular guys like me, but I have to admit, growing up in an environment like that, you learn to express yourself in some pretty colorful words. I can see where my mother is coming from. However, she knows very well that I don't conduct myself that way in public or in a professional situation. And as far as setting a good example for my children, my daughter is an honor roll student and my son maintains an AB average. Both my kids are very intelligent, well-spoken, kind-hearted, and creative people. I do have a younger son, but he lives out of state with his mom. And given the fact that his grades are above average too, shows that I have good decision-making skills and I'm also a good judge of character. Because even though his mom and I didn't work out, she's literally one of the greatest women I've ever known, and we've always been in a good place. I tend to look at things a lot differently than most people. Whether we want to realize it or not, we've all been socially conditioned, some more than others. That's not necessarily a bad thing. We need social conditioning to some extent in order to have a functioning society. We do need rules, laws, and things in place in order to keep society civilized and not have a bunch of madmen running around barbarian style killing each other. There are some delusional individuals that believe we've evolved past all that and we can govern ourselves with no kind of authority, but I'm 100% sure we'd destroy humanity. But back to my point, I'm not really the type of guy that likes to fit in, so to speak. In fact, all my life I've done everything in my power to stand apart from everyone and everything. I've done my research on these so-called bad words, and to be honest with you, the fact that society finds these words even remotely offensive is half-past laughable and a quarter to stupid. Listen, back in Cali, when me and the homies hung out together, this is how we spoke to one another. Not all the time, but sometimes the language got a little colorful, and not one of us used these words around our elders or professionals. But when it was just us chilling, we were able to let loose and speak our minds freely, because to us, they're just words. Look, my wife grew up in Hunters Point, San Francisco, and much like my neck of the woods, that ain't somewhere you want to be if you don't know anybody living there. So her and I, we understand each other. Anybody who knows me knows that I absolutely love my wife. I adore everything about her, mind, body, and soul. And one of the things I love about her so much is the fact that talking to her is a lot like talking to the homies back in LA. She gets me. And I don't have to walk on eggshells around her either. Man, I don't have to sugarcoat anything. We both grew up in areas that a lot of kids don't make it out of. We've had a lot of the same experiences, more or less. We've even had the same conservative upbringing, same religious background. We're both outsiders. We're both realists. We call things as we see it. We don't follow crowds, trends, or what mainstream society deems as normal, and we don't have any specific political affiliations. Look, what I'm trying to say here is, everything that we've been taught to believe, and I'm specifically talking about swear words at this point, is BS. But, Mom, for you and only for you, I will try not to curse so much in my videos, except for my Batwoman reviews. It's just so painfully stupid and idiotic. I can't help myself. In all seriousness though, I do love my mother, and if I don't care about anything else, I do care about how she feels. So, this will be the first of many videos labeled Mom Approved. Yeah, alright. I think I've been here long enough, and I've taken up enough of everyone's time. So, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. And if you really like it, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll holla at y'all, man. Peace.